In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can get top 10% in both the Timeless Mickey and Timeless Pete Cups. As you can see here on the screen, I am ranked in the top about 200 for both the Timeless Mickey and the Timeless Pete Cup, which is well more than enough to put me into the top 10%, and I assume that I'm going to stay here for the next week until the event ends. I don't think that's going to change at all, and I know all the tips and tricks that you need to get top 10% in these two cups. Starting things off, we're going to be taking a look at the Timeless Mickey Cup and giving you all the tips you need to know about this one. Now, to start things off at the start, obviously you're going to want to get the maximum boost, and the goal of these races pretty much is to keep your boost for as long as possible. That is the most important thing, and what you should be striving to do the most optimally every time is keeping your boost at the maximum, because that's really how you're going to improve your time the most. So starting things off, just be sure to hit all the boost pads. Now, something I'm not doing here is side bashing anyone, which is definitely something you should try and be doing during this race. Now, on the start here, when you're going through the right, make sure you hit these grind rails on the right side. And as you can see in this run, I did make quite a few mistakes, like hitting the wall right there. So there's room to improve, and even this time was enough to put me in the top 200. Now, another thing, we just got Mickey's special ability. You are always going to want to charge this down as Mickey. It makes you invulnerable for an extremely long amount of time, and your boost bar will charge up a lot because it hits so many people. As you can see, if you look in the feed on the right, I'm hitting so many people with it, and it's making my boost go absolutely crazy. The boost bar is full and it's not going down at all because of Mickey's special ability. So always charge that down and make use of it. It's very useful. So we're hitting all the boost pads, keeping our boost bar up, and hugging the grind rails on the right. That is definitely what you want to be doing. Drift when possible. Now, another thing I didn't do in this run is the shields. You actually want to charge them down and make them offensive shields, which is something I don't do. I use them all for defensive, and it's okay to do some of that, but you should also charge some down, and I'll tell you why in a second. But first, another thing here in this tunnel, again, make sure you hug the left side, not the right, because it is way faster on the left. But using the shields offensively, whenever you hit someone with it, it will give you extra charge for it. And just like that, we won the Timeless Mickey race in about a minute and 30 seconds. I hope all those tips were helpful and that you can improve your time in the Timeless Mickey Cup. But without further ado, let's move on to the Timeless Pete Cup now. Okay, moving into the Timeless Pete Cup, a lot of the tips are going to be the same as the Timeless Mickey Cup. All the same routing tricks apply. Hug the grind rails on the right, keep your boost bar up, use the left side of the tunnel, things like that. But there is a few tricks specific to the Pete Cup. For example, the side bashing is a lot more effective as it fully charges your boost bar, so be sure to utilize that, because maintaining a full boost bar with Pete is a lot more challenging than with Mickey. And Pete's special ability, I just got it there. As you can see, you're also going to be charging that down pretty much every time, as it's way easier to stun people with that, and that will charge your boost bar up fully. Another thing, the flying disc power up like that and the bomb power up, make sure you utilize those and don't just throw them away, because again, you are a brawler class as Pete, so whenever you hit someone with it, it will charge your boost bar up. And that's very handy because, like I said, charging your boost bar is the most important thing. As you can see, I actually hit one of Mike's doors there and it sent me back, but even still, this was my personal best run. So there's plenty of room for mistakes and still placing very high on the leaderboards. I believe this run was in the top 10%. We got a very clean side bash there, which was super nice. And if you're lucky in these races, there will be a enemy Baloo that will use his charged ability, and you can grab his pumpkins. Be sure to do that because they also fill up your boost bar and give you a slight speed boost. The invulnerable power up is alright, but it isn't going to be super useful, and honestly, of all the power ups you can get, that is probably the worst one. Again, just keep charging his ability. It will become a little bit harder to stun people as the race goes on and you get into first place, making it harder to maintain your boost bar, but if it runs out a little bit, that's okay. Don't be discouraged. I think my boost bar does run out at some points during this run as well. Like right here, I think I'm about to run out of boost. There we go. So it's fine though, even though I ran out of boost, just try and get it back as fast as possible. If there's not people around you to stun, just keep drifting and getting those drift boosts, which will also charge up your ability. But this run was going pretty well, charging up our boost a lot, and we're about to head into the finish line with a very solid time that will solidify us in the top 10% for the next week. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you guys and that you guys are able to place in the top 10% yourselves. Let me know what your time is. If there's anything else you need help with on improving, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Disney Speedstorm content, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.